So after Batman died in DCKO, a boom tube activated in his suit, bringing him to what seems to be an alternate reality. And when he arrives here, he gets jumped by a bunch of different Robins, none of which Batman recognizes. But while he's running away from them, he recognizes their fighting style and their evasive maneuvers, and he knows exactly who these people were trained by. Dick Grayson, but in this universe, he is Batman. And he says, "I warned you, Bruce, if you returned, it would mean war." And Bruce says, "How long ago did we defeat Darkseid? Who won the tournament?" And Dick understandably is like, "Darkseid? Tournament? What are you talking about? You know what you did." And apparently this universe's version of Bruce Wayne threw himself into a Lazarus pit. This universe's version of Batman was having a midlife crisis and his body was giving out on him. But he refused to give up being Batman. And Bruce is like, no, I was in a tournament to end Darkseid, to gain the power to defeat him and save us all." And Dick's like, "Do you hear yourself right now? The Lazarus pit drove you crazy, just like it did Roz, Talia, Jason, and Selina. Whatever Darkseid tournament you're talking about is all in your head. Let me show you what is real, what I made while you were gone." And Dick explained that he built a worldwide Robin team for anybody who wanted to join. "We created a support system outside of Gotham in a way that you never could. Now Robin Incorporated has Robins in every major city on the planet. The world is far from safe, but your mission continued. You were always too much of a control freak, Bruce. You didn't like to share. So I did what you couldn't do. I trusted others. This is why I kept saying to you, you could stop. You could retire. Let your legacy continue with me." And Bruce is like, "This is not what I wanted for you. I didn't want you to continue the burden. I wanted you to have your own life." And Dick's like, "That's a lie. You didn't want us to take the burden of being Batman from you because you refused to give up being Batman. Because you know that without it, you're nothing." And Bruce is like, "That might be true, but let me ask you this. You have all of this and yet you still have Robin. Would you let any of them become Batman?" And Dick doesn't really have an answer. And Bruce says, "This isn't right and I need to find out why." And Dick tells him to stand down. And it doesn't really go very well for Bruce. Dick is able to defeat him again and says, "I'm a better Batman than you because I trust people. I don't lead with fear." And Bruce at this point is even second guessing himself. He's like, maybe Dick is right. My time is up. I'm too blind to see that it's his turn. He did something that I couldn't. But then Bruce realizes what's going on. None of this is real. This is all just a trick being played on him. So he purposely tries to get Dick to fight him. And he says, "If you're Batman, where's Jason, Tim, and Damian? Where are your brothers?" And Dick says, "They're not here because you killed them." Now I don't think that any of this is real. I think it's just a mind trick being played on Bruce Wayne because he kind of managed to escape the DCKO tournament.